welcome. This is Thursday night. This is the Barrow and Notts County preview. Where Notts County haven't won against Barrow since 2020. That's 5 years ago. This fixture, the last six fixtures, Barrow have the 2 wins. We've got 3 draws and 1 Notts County win. A lot more needs to improve. Let's roll them titles.
Where football lives and breathes in black and white.
Welcome to another episode of Notts&bolts and Top of the Cart with Harry. Good evening, Harry.
Good evening, how are you?
How are you? You're on holiday and you joined us from the East Coast. Let me shut that door again.
Yeah.
I say it's really hot today, isn't it, as well?
Yes, it is.
Right, so you went to Wigan on a Tuesday night. What did you think of it?
I thought the first half was a bit like Salford in that first half, but then in the second half, I thought it was a lot better going forward.
It was a slight improvement, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it was never a penalty. No matter what anybody says, I don't think that was a penalty.
No.
And so that out of the way, we're out of the cup. And now we look forward to Barrow on Saturday, which is another interesting one because we played him 6 times.
Yeah.
The last time we beat them was at their ground. I think it was a 3-0 win, but that was back in 2020.
Yeah.
So it's either giving me very 0-0 vibes, or we're gonna lose. You know what I mean? And then that's that'll be 3 wins, 3 games, and 1 point.
Yeah, it's not good, is it?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw slight improvement from the Salford game on Saturday, but yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be 0-0 or written over it, but hopefully not, because I'd like to see a goal, maybe more than one.
Maybe more. Most of the games don't end up 0-0 between over 1.5 goals. So I don't think you're gonna see a 0-0. I think though, if it's a draw, it's gonna be 1-1.
Yeah.
But I was sort of thinking, are we gonna turn up there? Are we gonna have one of them games where we're not expecting a lot, but we're gonna go and win it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or is it more of the same? And it's sort of are the club waiting for Jack to come back and then all our problems are solved up front? You know what I mean? But then what happens if a Jack gets sold between then? You know what I mean? Or whether we're still
Yeah.
stuck with the same problem? Or he gets sold at the end of the transfer window? I mean, I did see an interesting thing on. It says some big decisions for Patterson on Platt, Jones, and Palmer may not be in our best 11 anymore. What do you reckon of that comment?
Um, uh, Tough one, isn't it? 'Cause obviously, I know Pratt didn't play on Tuesday, which I think we missed him, really. Like, the corners going into the box, no one was really going for him. And yeah, tough one to call, I think.
But if you think about balls going into the box, a throw in at home to Salford, not throwing that Newport, throwing into the box, we concede a goal. A corner at home last Saturday, the ball goes into the box.
Yeah.
No one defends it. Platt was on the field for both of them.
Yeah.
Did you know what I
It's,
mean?
also, why didn't we play a striker in the first half in that Wigan game?
Maybe he was resting him. I bring him on later in the game. But it comes down to that, well, we can play for the last 20 minutes again, isn't it?
Yeah,
We can't be a last 20-minute team or a first half team. You've got to play for the full 90.
yeah. Because there's been some occasions where we're lucky enough to get a win, like Bradford at home, play for the first, well, those 5 minutes, and we just completely dropped off. If that game was an extra like 30 minutes, they could have got something out of that, maybe.
Yeah. But we're in, I mean, it's not time to panic, is it? Because we're in what? This will be the third league game of the season, so it's not panicking time. But Patterson
No,
did say, "Oh well, judge me after 4 or 5 games. You know, well, 5 to 10 games. Like we're virtually a Saturday with 4 in. You know what I
yeah,
mean? 3 in the league, 1 in the cup. So then what happens? Because after this game on Saturday, say we lose on Saturday, what happens then when we play Shrewsbury on Wednesday night, and then Bromley at home on the Saturday, and then that's Bromley's Jatta's last missing game, isn't it?
yeah,
So it'll be dreadful if we get to that point where when Jatta comes back, if he ain't sold, and we've got 1 point, if we don't pick any points up between now and then, you know what I mean?
yeah. It's like I think we should have got a lot more from Salford. And I would have said a draw against Newport would have been a fair result. But some of the chances in the first half could have made it 3. And then yeah, I think Salford we should have done a lot better. But I think Salford came in with a game plan which worked for them. We I don't think we have a game plan yet because I can't really see it on the pitch. Yeah, I think if we don't make it until the end of August with only 1 point, I think it's going to be a long season ahead of us. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But say like we win tomorrow, but then when we play Shrewsbury, maybe win and get a point, so that'd be like 5 points. We've got Bromley on the Saturday, 2 days away from the Wednesday game. Uh, I don't think it's like, are they going to perform when they're at home? You know what I mean? Because last
Yeah,
season, most of Knott's best performances came away from Meadow Lane. As you know what I mean?
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with you there. There's been a lot of times last season where we've seen better performances away from home than at home because some of the home ones actually were dreadful. Like um, Barrow on Tuesday night, that was dreadful.
Wimbledon in the
But
in
then
the
we play better away the next week, so it would depend.
Wimbledon Wimbledon at home against in the playoffs. You know, we did Newport at home earlier in the season as well. It
Yeah,
was pretty dreadful. But you can get in this habit of not playing well at home. Not mean not being consistent, not turning it on. Or does the systems we play suit us away from home rather than being at home?
yeah, it's a hard one.
And also, we can't cope with teams who press us,
No,
in my
because
opinion.
we're always trying to like pass it around from the back. So when teams press us, we get scared and we like normally either pass it back to our goalkeeper and he kicks it long or passes it out for a throw in.
Yeah, because they apply that high press and they work at it like as a team. They're really It's really effective, and we don't have an answer to that.
No.
But is Jody a number 10 as well, Ara? Do you see him as a number 10?
Um, I know he's played there before for I think obviously like Coventry or Oxford. I think. I think I, I know what he's trying to do. Like he likes to create more space, so and he likes to get the ball more forward and create those opportunities for the strikers or wingers to get in the box. But I can't see it working out. I can't.
So you would agree probably his best position is on the wings.
Yeah.
Now the other big talking point is Roos, isn't it? Is he good enough
Oh no,
to
not
be, you know what I
yeah.
mean,
He's not really going so well for Notts, is he, so far?
so far? But people could set it round with 3 games in and coming up to the
Yeah.
fourth. Uh, what's the other thing? Palmer, should he still be captain or should he? Well, I can't see him losing it now, but should they made the decision not to have him as captain beforehand?
Yes. Because I don't rate him as captain, and I think a lot of people don't rate him as captain. So
And then what else? What else is wrong with the side? The defense. I don't think the defense is as strong. Towards the end of last season, I don't think it was as strong as it was at the start.
yeah, yeah, we always. I mean, don't get me wrong. We have some like I say decent defenders, but then apart from that, we don't really have like backup options for them if they like get injured.
And
Uh,
McCarr is going to be missing God knows how long when, if that case is proven by the FA, he could be out, what,
yeah,
3, 6 months? And I'm sure he's contracted to us until 2028 or
27,
2027. I think he's got another.
2027, yeah.
And then is Dennis good enough as a lone striker?
I mean, he had that chance in the second half against Wigan when he hit the post, didn't he?
Yeah,
I don't really think if I don't think he's good by himself up front. I think he needs someone with him
like a
personally.
Jetta or a Traore.
Yeah,
I mean, Cunha is Cunha, isn't it? Cunha. Is it Cunha? The
what?
lad who came on and then he did
Yeah,
that overhead kick and completely messed it.
yeah, it is.
And so I don't know. We got an interesting referee as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
Paul, what is it, Marsden?
Uh, Paul Marston. Yeah,
And what did he refereed our game against Middlesbrough, didn't he? Oh, not Middlesbrough.
Morgan.
Damn, Morecambe. This heat's getting to us.
We're not yet. We're not there yet. Yeah, yeah. He refereed against Morgan when I was at home. We won 2-0, I think. I remember.
Yeah, what was it? Morecambe got what, like 5 yellow cards in that game, and I think we got one, didn't we?
Yeah, 5, and we got 1. Yeah.
So, what do you think the score's going to be on Saturday then? What do you think it is? Score
Oh,
prediction?
I don't know. Because when I say we like a win, we normally like do bad. So I don't know. We saw a slight improvement on Tuesday, but it's a Carabao Cup, so it don't really matter, does it? Really.
No.
I hate to say it, but I think Barrow's gonna beat us 2-1.
I mean, no sides in any decent form, are they? Because the last 5 games, it's like Barrow got what? 3 losses, 2 draws. We've got 4 losses, 1 draw. But obviously, that's going into the back of last season as well. But neither side is in that much of good form, are they? In the table, where are we compared to them? We're 17th, they're 21st. We haven't got no points on the board. But isn't that
Yeah,
just like County to go there and then lose? That'd just be County's thing, wouldn't it?
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, would a draw would be terrible even still after 3 games.
Yeah.
It's
I think
sort of
we'd
like
like to
putting you
get
in
all 3
position, isn't it?
points on Saturday, hopefully.
Hopefully we do. Hopefully Dennis will, will score. I think he needs a goal.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
And I think we need
Mm,
some goals around the team as well.
yeah. I mean, he was unlucky against Wigan on Tuesday, weren't he? When he hit the post. I think he
Yeah.
also had some couple of chances as well. So
It's not like, I don't think, I mean, a lot of the side have still got a gel, haven't they? And we're
yeah,
talking, sometimes it can take a month for a team to gel. But football fans, when things are like this, we're not very forgiving on players or managers, neither.
no,
But I can't see anything changing. The thing what scares me is the amount of midfielders we've got. And if offer came in for Judah, then you'd be
yeah,
lose. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We could lose him if an offer comes in for Jatta in the last year of his contract. Do you know what I mean? And then what are you going to get? Because if you look at our transfer policy, this summer hasn't been very inspiring, has it?
No, especially when teams around us in the same division are signing more quality than us. I'd say.
But is
Like,
that down to the contracts we're offering, like year contracts, where other teams who are doing well, say Chesterfield is second, they're offering 2, 3 year contracts to the players they're signing. We've been offering one,
yeah,
but we brought in a lot of loans as well. You know what I mean? We've this
5
transfer
loans. Yeah,
window, yeah. But I don't. It's an odd one, isn't it?
yeah. I know it's like early on in the season, and like you want to start off well, but that doesn't really end well to the end of the season if you play poor.
Do you
I don't
think?
know.
Carry
It
on,
is
Harry.
still
Sorry.
early stages, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still early stages. I think we'd like to get 3 points on Saturday. I mean, it'll make my weekend a bit better.
But do
But
you think with the fans though, Harry, that there's a sort of hangover when Maynard got sacked, and it came out of the blue to everybody, even though I made my opinions on him clear last season. I said he'd never get us promoted, which turned out to be true.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, do you think with the appointment of Martin Patterson and the quietness around the club before that, and then afterwards, and everything what's gone off in the transfer windows and everything else, everything seems to be like very suppressed. You know, there's really any excitement around any of the signings early
mm.
on. Do you think that a lot of the fans are a bit hungover by it all?
Uh, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but um, yeah, it's like I think we already knew that Maynard was going to get sacked after that playoff home leg at Wimbledon because we didn't really turn up. I think we had better chances in the second half. Don't get me wrong, but both of those eggs didn't show up. And then was it 2 weeks after he got sacked?
Yeah. Was it?
Something
No, it
like
was
that.
a
Anyway,
Thursday. It was a Thursday after the playoff. We had the playoff game on the Saturday, didn't we? And then was it the Tuesday when the retain list came out? I can remember it
yeah,
because I was saying,
yeah,
well, where's Maynard's name in that statement? Like wishing the players who are leaving and all that. Like, there was nothing from him.
yeah,
And I think you'll remember at the time I said, that is really weird that he's not mentioned. And then I think it was like the Thursday evening. Was it Thursday morning? I can't remember exact time, but then he got the sack on the Thursday.
yeah, yeah. Uh, it's a tough one that is. I don't think many people expected it to be Martin Patterson, did they?
No, because even I think in the time where there was note coming out the club and everything else, and knowing that Jove Alves had worked for the brothers before he came to Notts, that he was sort of like the bookie's favourite, and then he like sort of went away from being the bookie's favourite, and then there was the news on that Sunday night, what got broke over Twitter, that he was going to be appointed the coach. Oh, and then Knox came out and says, "Oh yeah, there'll be media interviews on the Tuesday," but then they pushed the interviews out the next day, and then
Yeah.
when one of the brothers, I can't remember which one, was asked about Alves, and he says no, he's a part of the setup and everything else. And then the following day he left,
Yeah.
which was very strange.
I think partially maybe he left because he didn't really get the head coach what you want him to get. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was like progression up,
Yeah.
or maybe the role in this technical board wasn't what he wanted it. You know what I mean? He wanted to be, but to me, all of it was sort of like a very. It weren't aspiring to for a fan to like.
No.
But I
Well, I
hope we
mean,
do
yeah.
win on Saturday.
I just want to see more than one goal.
Well, you've seen two. Stop being greedy. You see one at Newport. You see one at home.
Yeah, so I'd like to see one more than one goal in one game.
I mean, you've seen 200 and what is it? 270 minutes of football, and you've seen two goals by Notts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've seen more from the opposition.
Is that going to happen again on Saturday?
Did you have your Wigan kebab?
No, I did not.
You didn't have your Wigan kebab. Disappointed, Harry. Very disappointed.
I know.
But I don't know. It's one of them things. It's early in the season. If we get too critical, it usually comes back to bite you later on. Wait, it's like the Bradford fan we know, both of us know. And he will go, he wanted Alexander out, and he went
Yeah.
public and said it and all this, that, and the other. And then at the end of the season, he's having selfies took with him. You know what I mean? So football could change
I,
really
sh-
quick.
I should say that then.
Yeah. But I don't know. Even if we had a really really bad season, and we 17th, we just offered around 17th, 15th, 18th, 19th. I don't think the brothers would get rid of him.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So, but like, yeah, it's been a dreadful season. The technical board's a new thing. It's got TV problems. This is the sort of statement you get with it, and that'll be it. But then where does it put the ambition of the club as well? Because Patterson has said
Yeah.
that they want promotion, but the signings, a lot of the signings don't say that.
No, yeah. 'Cause that's one of the reasons why Maino got sacked because we didn't get promoted that year. 'Cause I think we had a better squad last year to get us promoted than this year because some of the signings that we made don't really say promotion on it. Like some of the signings that we made last year, I think maybe a bit better than the ones this year.
We had last year. We had a squad to get us promoted. We were a
Yeah,
manager what couldn't get us promoted. This year we've got a squad at the moment. What looks like we've got more chance of relegation than promotion, but supposedly a better manager who's going to get us promotion. Is that
yeah.
about right?
Sounds it, yeah.
This has it. So is it tried? So this year, so is this year then trying to get promotion on the cheap rather than spending money to get promotion?
Yeah.
I can sort of agree that, but then they could go and pull out and like buy somebody. You know what I mean? Or they could go and get somebody who's out of contract with a good pedigree. You never know, do you, in football?
Well, no,
But
because we've still got
usually,
time to find. We've still got some time to find some players. So maybe in the next like couple of days or something, we might actually sign someone for like a decent amount of money. But no, but the signings we made so far has been like free agents or a 1 year contract, 2 year contracts, or loans. It's not really excite. It's not really making us excited for like the new season.
but you know as well. Usually, this time of year is when like unless it's a loan or something, we don't go out and get anybody now once the season starts.
No,
Shall we? So is that our transfer business done? I mean, because what happens if Jack goes towards the end of the window? This is all theoretically, but he goes towards the end of the window, and then we're stuck with what we have.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because obviously Jota doesn't come back until Bromley at home, I think. Um, and the squad that we have at the minute is not really exciting. Uh, and yeah, we don't normally make signings until like January now. We played a couple of games in the season, so and yeah, if Jota goes, I think we're only stuck with like Matt Dennis as a striker option. That's about it. And
But what? Yeah.
he's not been really proven as yet. I know he was good at Newport, and then Salford he dropped off. He had his chances against Wigan, but I don't think he can do it again. I think he needs someone there with him to support him.
So what if then like so the theory is the owners knew, the director of football knew that we at Jetta for 5 games at the beginning of the season, and so they were accounted for them 5 games that we're either going to get out of them.
Yeah,
But what if he comes back and we've still got the same problem? We're not scoring.
and it's going to be a long season, isn't it? If we're
Yeah.
not like to win games, you have to score goals, more goals than the opposition. But if we're gonna try to keep the ball and not really get it forward, that's not going to win games because the other team's going to keep pressuring us to go back, and then obviously we're going to make the mistakes to let them. We're not letting them, but cost us a goal or two, maybe.
Yeah. So in the owners thing is they want to play passing football, and then the data, the passing and all that lot comes more important than scoring the goals, does it? Because you can
Yeah,
have like 65% possession or 80% possession, but still lose the game.
yeah.
So what's got to change as the way we play got to change, or as the owners got to be more flexible on how we play to get out of League Two?
Yeah, and also I don't think we're going to get a decent manager until the owners leave or they sell the club.
I don't think it's in their model to like employ an experienced manager. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Now we employ this technical board. Would any experienced manager want to be told what to do or what to sign?
See, that's another thing, isn't it? Because is that a level? See, you look at it from an owner's point of view. And you look at like some managers, say the MK Dons last year. So when Scott Lindsay took over at MK Dons, he went in, he brought a load of players into Crawley players and everything else. So he was spending the owner's money. Now, whether
Yeah.
half of them are still there or they've gone, they've lost money, it's still the owner's money. Is having that technical board or the way they get signings in, protecting their money more than giving somebody else the free rein to say, I want this player, this player. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I don't personally think the signings that we made are really Patterson's. Yeah, Patterson don't really want to make those signings, but he doesn't really have a choice, so does he?
But then is Roberto qualified enough to do them signings?
I can't answer it.
Or is what is the data? What is the data telling the owners then when they look at a player what what model? Because they must be using a model, a prediction or something to work out. Well, if we have this player, then he may get us X amount of goals. They must be using some sort of model to work out who they're getting. And I think we've lost Harry there. Let's have a look. See if he's still there. No, he's gone altogether. But are they using a model to say like predict or trying to predict like a future sort of like how a player is going to perform in the future? I don't know. But we will wrap it up there, and we shall be back for the watch along 2 p.m. on Saturday on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and other platforms. So bye for now and take care. Enjoy the game if you go in as well.